phases: oil, gas, water. And we have the rock one sample here. Let's say we have the rock container here. Now in this oil, okay, let's say I make a beaker. Let me clear it actually. Let's say we have, this is the water. Then above it we have oil. Then above it we have the gas. We are talking about here a container. You can say a reservoir. Okay, it has three phases. Below one is the water. This is the oil, and this is the gas. Now, as you say, in this container we have three phases. Total is 100%. If we talk about oil, gas, and water, in simplest terms, we can say oil plus gas plus water, 100%. We have oil, gas, and in this container we have three phases: oil, gas, and water. Total are 100%. So now, what do you mean by the fluid saturation in percent? How much oil we have here? Okay, let's say water here is in this container. Let's say oil, the water is 45%. Let's say oil in this container is, let's say, 38%. So if you connect 45 and 35, how much it will be? Let me do the calculation. (38) plus 45 will be 83 minus 100. So 17 is the water. 17% is the water. So now the fluid saturation means it is in percentage. How much exactly water is in the reservoir? How much water it has in the reservoir? Or how much gas is in the reservoir? I need to put the percent here. So this percentage of oil, or the total volume in terms of volume, how much oil we have, how much gas we have, how much water we have, this is called the fluid saturation. And how we actually define it, if you go to the one here, total volume of the fluid. For example, this fluid we can talk about oil, gas, or water divided by the pore volume. So it's a fraction or the percent that occupied by the particular fluid. That's it. For example, it is 100%. So let's say there's water. So how much water is occupying the pore space, the pool or container? How much gas is occupying, or how much water? So this saturation is more important, very, very important, that exactly how much oil we have. And this is a very important term because this one is directly connected with the relative permeability, and both are used in calculating how much oil we have, how much oil we can produce, and how much will be the life of the reservoir. So basic reservoir questions mainly are answered through these two questions: permeability, relative permeability, and the fluid saturation, how much saturation of oil we have. Okay, for example, you have a reservoir which is, let's say, 100 kilometers. Okay, in 100 kilometers, there is a basic calculation you can do. You can find out the thickness of the reservoir, the length of the reservoir, and multiply it by porosity. You get the pore volume. Multiplied by this fluid saturation, you can get the total amount of oil it has. So that's why fluid saturation is important in all the calculation where we have to find the total oil in place or total gas in place and so on in the fluid saturation. How we represent the saturation? We have a keyword, we call it S, represents oil saturation. G represents the gas saturation, SG and SW. These are the very important terms, and all of them depends on 0 to 100%. Now, for example, you have the well which has high water saturation, means you will produce, it has better relative permeability and you will produce this water a lot. What are we concerned with the oil saturation? How much oil saturation it has, how much relative permeability of oil we have, so that we can produce well. Well, if you understand today's lecture, you understand 70% of reservoir engineering. Okay, that's all. There's a lot. These are the basic concepts that every reservoir engineer use every day. So total saturation is 100%, which include the gas saturation, oil saturation, water saturation, and so on. Now I give you a homework to find me what does the critical oil saturation means, movable oil saturation means, residual oil saturation means, and connate water saturation means. Okay, these four I leave you for a homework to find me out what are those. Though I can explain them very nicely, but I want you to find me what are those. You can find them in book of Tariq Ahmed, these four definitions. And or you can write on Google, just write the critical oil saturation. You can get the information, what is critical oil saturation. Prepare a report on it and submit it. It will have 1 mark as a homework project for this one. And what we are interested in all of them, very, very, very much interested as a reservoir engineers. We need to find out what are those, and based on them, we do a lot of calculations behind them. So today I stop it here, and in the next lecture we will continue with the further properties of this.